Hello everybody, my name is Chris and welcome to a brand new movie review. This one is for Dungeons and Dragons. Movies are back. We have seen so many great movies recently released, and this one is another one of those. Dungeons and Dragons is fantastic. The VFX on this movie are amazing. They spent $150 million on this, and it's all shown on screen. Well, maybe except the $12 million they apparently paid Chris Pine to start in, but the rest of it is all shown on screen. Dungeons and Dragons is edgy and entertaining for all audience, and I think it's right in the sweet spot that everyone can enjoy this movie. And I hope it does well because it's really a great movie. Now I went to this movie with no expectations, and Dungeons and Dragons is surprisingly awesome. The movie is very funny, and I was shocked about how much they spent on this money. It looks so good, and it's also, as I saw, so thrilling. I mean, they didn't just throw money at this, they knew how to use the money. There are several action sequences here that are just jaw-droppingly good, and I will feel bad for you if you missed them. There is one long take for Sophia Lilly's shape-shifting character escaping from a castle where she's shape-shifting all the way to just continuously, and it really has to be seen to be believed. And when it was done, I was like, whoa, it was like being on a ride, and it was incredible. You got amazing VFX, excellent fight choreography, and really inventive camera work. And writer directors Ghosting and Daly has such a command on this film. I think they should be able to write their own ticket after this film. Even if the movie doesn't do particularly well at the box office, because it's okay, it's not on them. I think there's other reasons. I want them from my franchise, Star Wars, DC, Marvel. I think we'll be lucky to have them. They are very talented and they're so good. And maybe Paramount will keep them for more Dungeons and Dragons. Again, let's see how this one does in the box office. Hopefully it does good, because this will be the beginning of a new franchise, hopefully. And hopefully reviews and people talking about it will help this movie find the audience that it deserves. Now, I love fantasy and sword-breaking adventure and movie that looks great, and this is definitely that. And not only do the action scenes look fantastic, the creativity is off the charts. They didn't have to go this hard on everything. It's just so creatively and so well executed. What if the camera does a roundup and a flap, and the characters running from the sides are still going, and some really interesting and engaging choices were made here that I really enjoy, and it's so good. I love this movie so much. There's also amazing sets, impressive world building, like cities in the distance that look believable, and I was impressed with how detailed the story is and how much ground it covers and how many places that they go in a little over 2 hours. I was like, whoa, a lot of great stuff in this movie. Now, let's move on to the cast, and let's start with Chris Pine. He's the anchor here, and the rumor is that he got paid $12 million for this, and very well deserved. I must say, he does excellent job here. He's great here, and he has this very leading man quality to him. By the way, he gets to sing a little bit here. He's so good. Now, Michelle Rodriguez is fantastic, and she really gets to cut loose here more than her other films. Her character is so badass in this movie. sometimes I laugh because how vicious her character was in her fight sequences, and also how clever the fight choreograph was, and it was great. She gets to do a little comedy outright, and she does a nice job. And Justice Smith, I always enjoy Justice Smith. And his character here is a little bit of remind me of his character in the Jurassic World movies, but with a lot more to do here. And also a lot of the stuff that he does in this movie is very cool. And his character arc, I find it particularly engaging, and his character arc is great. Also, the wizarding powers on display is just so fun to watch. And Daisy Head is incredible as our villain, and she's so powerful, and she's just a joy to watch her on screen. And also, it's well executed, and she's not only really powerful, but I just love her to watch her work. And Jason Wan is her henchman, and he looks super cool. He has a very cool action scenes with Regine Jean Page that I thought that was really great. Now, speaking of Regine Jean Page, I was pleasantly surprised by Regine Jean Page. Uh, uh, his character has this tattoo on his forehead. I think that was a mistake. It was a bit distracting, like why make him overcome that? But he does overcome it, and I was impressed. He's a really cool guy, and I would say that he gets to do some comedy as well, and while his role is smaller, he definitely makes a strong impression. I was like, oh whoa, he was great here. And I think that any franchise will be lucky to have them. I think he's really great. Now, Sophia Lillis just continues to be a wonder to watch on screen. Her character gets a lot to do in this movie, and combined with the cool VFX, with the shifting and all of that, I think it's just perfect. Hugh Grant, pretty good here, but I think he was a bit restrained. He wasn't fully cut loose here, like Hugh Grant. And I still enjoy his character, like I said, pretty good. But I think he could have done better here. This movie is cast for 4-quadrant global appeal, and I hope that is reflected at the box office because the movie is really great, and I'm really down for another Dungeons and Dragons movie because this one is at the same level of quality as this one. I'm down for it because this one, oh, it was fantastic. And I hope this movie finds an audience, and there's definitely a lot of talented people in here, not just in front but also behind the camera, not just with ghosting and daily writers and directors, but the VFX team, amazing job here. And there's so many great people there. If I were running a franchise, I would be looking for people on this film because it's just a great and creative team here. Now, though, I think one of the great things about this movie is that you don't necessarily have to be a Dungeons and Dragons fans to go and watch this movie and really enjoy it. I mean, I hope, of course, if you're on Dungeons and Dragons, you're gonna spot some reference, and it will be cool. But I still think that if you're not Dungeons and Dragons fans at all, you can go and really have a great time, and the movie will still be fantastic. And I hope this movie does well. I really highly recommend it. It's a big fantasy movie, and I think it has the right elements that you look for a blockbuster. Really great and cool characters here. So the comedy I think was excellent, and the world building really impressive, like I said, and hopefully the beginning of a new franchise. So that's my review from Dungeons and Dragons. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.